Alrighty, let's go grab a little protein shake. We had a good workout. Man. Whew. How are we feeling? It's Monday. Hey, I need to get on here, share a little bit of motivation. Alrighty? If you're following me, thank you. If you're sharing my stuff, thank you. If you're commenting, thank you. I appreciate you all. If you don't know me, my name is Martita, and I love to motivate moms, people, but primarily moms. I've been a single mom majority of my life, and I was also a teen mom. So I have been a mom since the age of 16. I am now 43, and I help women find themselves and figure out who they are besides motherhood, because being a mom isn't the only thing we're here for. Like, we have a bigger purpose. So I need to shed some light on some people. So like, I ended up posting, if you look at some of my videos, I had mentioned how a lady had said that my daughter was not dateable material because she's being raised by a single mom, and her dad is also in the picture, and she has a stepmom as well, and they're great. Like, they do treat her good. They do have their differences, but it's part of life. It's part of figuring it out. And I just want to say that if you are married and you think that, like, you're above people just because you're married, I just want to say, like, I've been there before, and I understand what it's like to feel that when you're married, you're above single women, and you think single women are out on this purpose to, I don't know, to try to get with a bunch of different guys, I guess. I don't know. But I just want to let you know that, like, someone's marital status doesn't define who they are. I know what it's like to be married and settle and stay there for your kids, and I know what it's like to hide the abuse and hide the, when you're not smiling. And to be honest with you, you could honestly bullshit yourself while you're thinking you're bullshitting other people. And you can lie to yourself. And you can say, like, my marriage is great, I am great, but deep down inside, are you really? And that's why I tell people, like, it doesn't matter what your comments are at other people. Like, you could tell the hurt you have based off the comments you make. And that saying hurt people, I get it now. And if you are a mom and you're married and you think, like, people who are women who are raising their kids because they're single moms, I just want you to know, like, I didn't plan on being a single mom, but I also don't want to settle. I refuse to settle just because I want to impress everybody else on the outside. What is that going to say about me? And my kids, like, I thought, like, alrighty, my kids growing up, they were going to do their own thing and it was going to be great. And we think, like, dang, we're going to have less responsibilities. But you know what? They're still watching us because they're like, yeah, mom, even though we're in our 20s, what are you doing with your life? Like, and as parents, we always say, like, oh, I put my dreams on the back burner because of my kids. We can't put that pressure on our kids. We can't. So quit making the excuses. Especially if your kids are grown, keep showing them. It's not just about do as I say, not as I do. Keep showing up for yourself. Show them that now you're living your life for your purpose so they can live theirs. But to those moms who are married, this isn't like a jab or a dig at you. I just want you to know that your marital status is not your final destination. That is not your purpose. That is just a status. And I hope that you understand that you are someone else besides just a wife, just a mom, just someone who picks up after kids, just someone who might feel empty sometimes. You're someone so much more than that. And I tell you that because I've been there. I know what it's like to feel empty. I know what it's like to be married and feel so proud of your husband, but you're empty and you lose yourself because you pour into your kids, you pour into your husband, you pour into your life. And although I've been divorced for 10 years, I don't forget any of that. And I think back and I'm like, dang, like, we didn't know any better. We were so young. Our parents didn't teach us. But does it make us bad people because we're divorced? Nah, it doesn't. And what I'm here to tell you is that if you are a single mom, quit dimming your own fucking light. You know, it's like, as moms, we can do so much for our kids, get them through college, get them through life, but then when it comes to us, we're like, nah, we don't got that. We don't have that talent. We don't have what it takes. You do. You do. And if you don't, then you find people like me who are going to walk you through it, who are going to hold you through it. Stop surrounding yourself with people who bring you down. Stop surrounding yourself with women who don't bring you value. Stop surrounding yourself with people who don't bring you value. I have like this saying that if I don't provide value to someone, even when I'm breaking bread, I don't want to be with them. I don't want to sit at a table with them if I'm not providing some type of value. And a lot of us don't think about that. We just think like, it's a good time, whatever. But we got to provide value. And going back to my original rant, if you are a mom who, like, you think it's all about marriage and you are above women who are single, I hope you understand it's not a personal attack. And it's not single women, versus married women. A lot of us who are single, we were married at one point. And it doesn't make it bad that we're not remarried again. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It just makes it us living our life. And everyone's entitled to live it at their own pace and for their own purpose. And I tell people, like, because some people do ask me, like, why is it that you dress that way? Why is it that you work out so much and do these things? Like, you're just out here looking for attention. And I tell people, like, it is not up to you to dictate and decide whether anything I do is worthy or good enough. It is not up to you to decide if the way I dress is appropriate. It's up to me to dress, wake myself up, look in the mirror and say, damn girl, what do you want to wear? Who do you want to be today? It's not up to anybody else. And I tell people, if you think I'm going to live according to your standards, then I'd probably be on the sidewalks living scared. So I tell moms, if there's something that fucking scares you, that terrifies the shit out of you, then chase it. Okay? Are you scared of being in a relationship because you've been hurt? Then chase it. Chase the healing. Alrighty? First we do the healing. First we do the work. And then we say, what do we really want? What do we really deserve? Because a lot of us, we go into this just blinded. I think I want a marriage, but I don't know. I didn't have the great upbringing. Write it down. Write it the fuck down. You know why? Because when you journal, okay, your mind starts creating your own life. You get excited. You're like, oh shit, I see myself right there. That is how you create your life. And so many moms reach out to me and they're like, Martha, I'm not where I want to be. Where is that? Where do you want to be? I don't know. I can't tell you either. I can't help you get to somewhere that you haven't even sat down with yourself and thought, this is where I want to be for myself that's going to make me happy. Instead, we rely on other people and other things to make us happy because we don't want to be alone. We don't want to sit with ourselves. Sitting with ourselves is the best thing you could ever do. Better than prayer, because you're praying your own temple. You are grounding yourself. You're figuring out who you are. And it's crazy how as moms, we don't know who we are, yet we live and function and revolve around our kids and family. And it's not until we get older that our kids are leaving, we're like, what have I been doing all these years? Who am I now? Like, what do I like? And it's unfortunate because I even have a lot of moms where it's like, I'm just waiting for my kids to turn 18 and my husband and I are going to go our own way. Like, we don't even have anything in common. Like, we just stayed for the kids. And I think, like, what made us believe ever that we had to sacrifice our happiness for our kids? What made us believe that because we made a decision and maybe we didn't like it or we judged ourselves on it, that we had to sacrifice our happiness and teach our kids, like, hey, this is what you do. You just kind of sacrifice. Suck it up. What made us think we deserve that? We don't. But instead of talking and saying, hey, things just didn't work out, we're going to move on, look for bigger, better things, and we're going to show you through experience how you live life. You're not going to live it according to my style exactly the same way. But through me, I'm going to teach you a little bit how to live it. And we don't do that. We have that shame, that guilt that we put on ourselves. And that's why, learn to drop it. Okay? Don't worry about being married. Don't worry about being single. Worry about, what you want. Worry about what makes you happy. Worry about whether your kids look at you and they're like, damn, my mom's cool as shit. My mom is trying. My mom doesn't have it fucking figured out. But you know what? I respect her for that. I respect her for keeping it real with me. I respect her for telling me, hey, guess what? I know I'm your mom. I know I'm 43. I know you're expecting me to have it figured out, and I should probably be telling you that at your age you should have it figured out. But I don't. Today's not a good day. Today is just a day I want to sit with myself. We don't learn to tell our kids that. We're embarrassed. Because we think we have to be in control and be perfect and have it all figured out. And if we don't, we're an outcast. That's not it. We just need to learn to talk to our kids so that they can be like, oh shit, they also feel this way. It's relatable. You know, we're not on our own. We don't feel different than our parents. But we choose not to talk about it, that our kids feel like they're different. You know, so, alrighty. I'm going to go get my Jamba Juice. Okay? So, if you haven't subscribed, I need you to. Alrighty, because obviously, like, this is what pays for my Jamba Juices. This is how I treat myself. Alrighty. Anyhow, if you're a mom and you appreciate what I'm saying, you appreciate what I'm doing, please follow me here. IG, Facebook, all the platforms, Reinvent with Martita. Alrighty. And I'm just saying, like, moms, go out there and spread love to each other. Don't spread this competition. Not everyone's competing for the same thing. We all have traumas. We're all trying to heal. And not everyone's battle is personal. It's not towards you. It's not towards anybody else. It's us fighting ourselves sometimes. And we got to be loving and caring and hold each other through it. Alrighty. Anywho, have an amazing day.